Hi, I don't really know how to start this, but if you've ever thought about moving in with someone you met online, maybe listen to my story first. My name is Danny. I'm 24. I moved to Austin, Texas last year for work. I didn't know anyone in the city. No friends. No family. Just a job in tech, a small cat named Tuna, and a lease that was way too expensive for one person. So I downloaded Bumble BFF, and that's how I met Jenna. She was 26, a nurse, super into astrology, and had a vibe that was a mix of cool older sister and chaotic meme queen. Her profile said looking for a roommate who's chill but not boring, and down to rewatch Twilight, ironically. We met for coffee and hit it off immediately. She was funny, easy to talk to, and honestly made moving to a new city feel a lot less lonely. 2 weeks later, we signed a lease for a 2-bedroom apartment together. At first, things were fine. Fun, even. She brought home baked goods from work, made playlists for us to clean to, and we even had a Sunday night ritual where we'd drink wine and paint weird stuff on canvases from the dollar store. But 3 months in, little red flags started popping up. The first weird thing was the vision board incident. One night I walked into the kitchen and saw Jenna cutting up magazines and gluing pictures of me, yes, actual photos of Emmy from my Instagram onto a board. She laughed and said, "It's for manifesting. I'm manifesting our best friendship ever." I nervously laughed and said, okay, but something about seeing my own face next to a cutout of a wedding cake and a baby stroller was unsettling. Then things escalated. She started copying me. I don't mean in a cute, matching socks kind of way. I mean full-on, single white female-style mirroring. She dyed her hair the same shade as mine, bought the same makeup, started wearing my perfume. One day I walked into her room to grab a charger and saw she had ordered the exact same outfit I had worn the day before down to the shoes. When I confronted her, she said I was being dramatic, that it was just a coincidence. I tried to brush it off. But then she got a cat, a black and white cat that looked exactly like my cat Tuna. She even named it, wait for it, Luna. Tuna and Luna. I wish I was joking. It got to a point where I started avoiding her. I'd stay late at work, spend weekends at a friend's place, anything to not be around her energy. That's when things turned dark. I started noticing my stuff being moved around. Like really specific things. My toothbrush would be wet and in the wrong spot. My laptop would have tabs open I didn't remember clicking. My journal, which I kept in a drawer, would be slightly askew. One night, I came home and my bedroom door was locked. From the inside, I freaked out, knocked, no answer. Then suddenly, the lock clicked, the door creaked open, and Jenna stood there, holding my cat, wearing my robe. She said she was just checking on Tuna because he looked sad. I wanted to scream. Instead, I told her she was making me uncomfortable and needed to respect my boundaries. She cried, like ugly cried, said I was abandoning her just like everyone else. I told her I was going to stay with a friend for the weekend. When I came back, everything was clean. Too clean. The apartment smelled like bleach. My room was spotless. My stuff was rearranged. My pillow was on the opposite side of the bed, and that's when I found the camera. It was a tiny black square hidden behind a stack of books on my shelf, angled directly at my bed. I completely froze. I called the police. They came, asked questions, and searched the apartment. They found 3 more hidden cameras, one in the bathroom vent, one in the kitchen plant, and one, this is the worst part, taped under my desk chair. They arrested her that night. Apparently, she had ordered the cameras on a burner Amazon account and set them up while I was at work. She admitted to it, said it was for protection, that she just wanted to make sure I was okay. She said I was her soulmate, that we were cosmically connected and I just didn't see it yet. The police didn't find any footage that had been uploaded or shared, thank God. But she had a hard drive full of recordings. They let me file for a restraining order. She's not allowed within 500 feet of me now. She lost her nursing license. I guess it's being appealed, but yeah, she's no longer practicing. I have since moved. New apartment, new locks, cameras of my own. And Tuna is okay. He's been sleeping on my chest like a weighted blanket, which honestly helps. I don't use Bumble BFF anymore. I don't really trust people easily now. But I did want to share this story because I don't think we talk enough about female roommate stalking. It's always framed like a Craigslist guy with a neckbeard, but sometimes it's a girl in Doc Martens and a sun moon tattoo who tells you your aura is delicious. So yeah, that's my story. Please trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. And check your houseplants.
Okay, so I've never told anyone this story in full because it sounds fake and also makes me look so dumb, but whatever. I've seen people share some wild stuff on here, so here goes. I am a 23-year-old female who accidentally joined a cult. Like, not full white robes and Kool-Aid level, but a wellness commune with very real manipulation, love bombing, and a charismatic leader who literally made us throw our phones into a fire pit. Let me back up. This all started last summer when I was going through the worst depressive episode of my life. Like, I wasn't showering, sleeping 12 hours a day, scrolling TikTok until my thumbs hurt, and crying at Duolingo notifications. My boyfriend had just ghosted me after an 8-month relationship. Like, I just lost my remote content gig. And I was this close to moving back in with my mom in Indiana. So I did what every sad Gen Z girl does. I posted a BeReal crying and then decided I needed a healing era. I started following all these clean girl, soft life, wellness accounts. One of them was this super ethereal girl named Solaranova, I know, who would post things like, "You're not broken. You're remembering," and videos of herself dancing in wheat fields and drinking mushroom tea. She started this thing called The Return, a 6-week in-person wellness retreat in Northern California. Nature, group therapy, cold plunges, no phones, $1,500, but you could apply for a scholarship. I applied as a joke. I got in. So I packed my little Lululemon belt bag, fly to NorCal, and get picked up in this vintage Vita bus driven by a guy named River who smelled like Palo Santo and called me Star Sister. It was giving Coachella meets Appalachian Trail. The commune was beautiful. Huge cabin. Waterfalls, deer, all vegan meals made by this guy named Zane who refused to use silverware. Metal disrupts digestive energy. I kind of loved it at first. Like, everyone was trauma bonding. We did guided breath work, scream therapy, and wrote letters to our past selves. I was like, okay, I am healing actually. But then things got weird. One, we had to change our names. Like, legally, no, but within the group. Mine became Willow. Phones were taken away and put in a rebirth fire. I literally watched my iPhone burn, still paying it off BTDU. 2, there was this guy named Lucian who everyone called the Mirror. He was Solaranova's divine counterpart and ran most of the workshops. He was 36 and had these eyes that made you feel like you'd known him in a past life. One day, he told me he could feel ancestral grief in my aura. I cried. He kissed my forehead. I fell in love a little. Then they started talking about the shift. Basically, the group believed society was on the verge of collapse. Okay, not wrong. And we were the chosen ones who would rebuild it with love, plants, and astral projections. They said we needed to cut all cords from the outside world family, friends, jobs. There was a literal cord-cutting ceremony involving blindfolds and goat blood. I kid you not. Here's where it went full Black Mirror. They made us each record a video saying goodbye to our old selves and promising to never return to the simulation. I was sobbing in mine. They said they were uploading it to a time capsule for the new Earth. Well, turns out they were posting them on TIKTEOK on a burner account called Soul Shiftelgessi. They went viral. I only found out because my ex-boyfriend, yes, the one who ghosted me, saw it and sent it to my best friend with the caption, LAO, did she join a cult? My friend flew to NorCal, literally rented a Jeep, and showed up unannounced. She pretended to be my cousin. They wouldn't let her in at first, but she screamed and threatened to call the cops. I was half in a mushroom haze, wearing a linen tunic and sobbing under a willow tree. She dragged me out. I got home, had to get a burner phone from Walmart, had a full-blown breakdown. Turns out, Lucian used to run a crypto spiritual mastermind that got shut down for fraud. And Solaranova is originally from New Jersey and was an MLM girl boss in 2018. The commune has since rebranded as a conscious co-living community and is now charging $3,000 a month to live there. Anyway, I lost my phone, my job, my dignity, and my last ounce of trust in a man who wears crystal necklaces. But I also found out I have a pretty good friend. Love you, Mel. I'm in therapy now. Real therapy. With a licensed woman named Barbara who wears cardigans and gives me homework. If you made it this far, thank you. Just wanted to share because every time I see a soft life girly dancing in a field on my FYP now, I get the ick. Watch out for Wheatville girlies. They might try to make you burn your iPhone.